Crown Royal bags and boxes are sometimes more in demand than the whiskey itself. Well, that is unless the whiskey is in a new bottle or it has a unique label. Special releases that commemorate an event or a celebration are always being hunted down by we collectors. Let's talk about a few that are in my collection and even a few that aren't, right after we roll that intro. Now, there is literally no possible way for this guy to cover every bag, box, or bottle that have been released by Crown Royal with some sort of special meaning or celebration behind it. Whether it was to promote a movie, an event, a holiday, or even to commemorate an anniversary of some nature, and even some sports, their teams, and the championships. Please remember, I have only been collecting under a year at the time of this video release, and I don't have an enormous amount of experience or even knowledge. But what I do have are a number of resources and friends in a variety of Facebook groups that manage to help me out when I need it. Now, what I'm about to present to you is just a small sample size of the overall perspective that this video will talk about. So let's begin. Back in 2011, Crown Royal was looking for a way to better promote their whiskey black, which had just been released in 2010, so less than a year earlier. Well, they managed to put together a deal with an all-star rapper named Antoine Patton, but he was best known in the music industry as Big Boi, and they quickly released the Big Boi Black with his unique box and bag. Now, up until that point of 2011, Crown Royal had previously already had worked with different companies, sports, etc., to make some unique and special bags, as well as boxes. For example, like working with NASCAR on a series of bags and boxes that took place in the mid-2000s. They also created a bag for the new millennium called Crowning the New Millennium in the year 2000. And prior to that, they had released many different tins and boxes featuring their whiskeys like the Fine Deluxe and even the Special Reserves. They even released boxes like the couple that you see here for the Special Reserve number 1. And even earlier than that, there were vintage shoe boxes, whether they were released in the States or overseas, that all featured their whiskey, the Fine Deluxe. And let's please not forget that for many years, they have been releasing Christmas editions that have included single bottles and tins, also tins with gift sets, and many Christmas boxes over the years. And they still today release Christmas-themed bags and boxes, along with the number of changing gift sets that can be found each and every year. They have also done things for Valentine's Day, Halloween editions, and probably a few others that I have no knowledge of at this time. Now, even though Crown Royal knew and they understood that people were buying the many variations of their whiskeys, especially the collectors up to that point, it is in my personal opinion, I stress, my personal opinion, that it was after the 2017 releases of the Artist Collection that Crown Royal began to increase their promotional releases. But also in 2017, let's not forget that they had released the Canada 150 and the Let's Celebrate editions for the Canadian provinces, and those included new boxes and some unique bags like the ones you see here. Additionally, with the successes of some of the regional releases like the Texas edition of the hand-selected barrel in 2014 and 2015, as well as the Rim Pack edition for Hawaii in 2016, I believe that it was then that Crown Royal was really beginning to catch on to something super special with these unique, these regional, and promotional releases. So in 2018, they joined forces with the PRCA, Professional Rodeo and Cowboy Association, to release a set of 9 rodeo-themed boxes. These boxes featured professional photos of the cowboys and the livestock of rodeo and were released in 2018 and 2019. Now that success was repeated in 2020 with another 6-box set of limited editions that were released. And in 2019, Crown Royal saluted the military by releasing the Hero Blend with this unique box, bag, and bottle label. And over the past few years, they have continued to release numerous camo bags that are also in support of the military. Now, in 2021, they even joined forces with Eddie Murphy and the MGM Studios and created this extremely gorgeous box and bag to honor the sequel to his 1988 movie, Coming to America. I happen to think this is an extremely gorgeous bag. Now, for a few years now, Crown Royal has released Super Bowl editions and NFL editions of the Fine Deluxe, like the one you see here from Super Bowl 56 between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals in February of 2022. And they also continued to release different sports and teams each year, and normally some sort of championship version, like this one from Super Bowl 58, honoring the NFL champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. I want to point out, especially to the newer collectors, that you will manage to find a ton, and I mean a ton, of different bags that are not official Crown Royal bag releases, just like the few you see here. Now, I happen to be a huge Green Bay Packer fan, and I felt it was okay to pick up these homemade bags that I had managed to find on eBay and display them accordingly. Now, also, as a veteran of the United States Navy, I enjoy having almost anything Navy in my home. And so, once again, I have this homemade bag with the Navy logo. Now, like I stated at the beginning of this video, there is no way for me to have covered all of the different releases that have had special bags, boxes, and bottles, particularly in just one video. There will likely be a part 2 sometime in the very near future, and possibly even a part 3 if necessary. But for now, as some of the names of the individuals that have assisted me by either providing photos or just their general knowledge begin to appear across the bottom of the screen, I would like to tell them all, thank you for your continuing support in what I am trying to do here in educating other people about Crown Royal and its many whiskey products. And as always, I would like to say, please hit that subscribe button and maybe even give us a thumbs up for good measure. This channel is beginning to get a little more recognition and help in the YouTube algorithm, and that is as a result of your support. So thank you. And please stay tuned as we have some great ideas and videos coming in this new year. So until then, we'll see you again real soon.